Lesson from the second letter of St. Paul the Apostle to the Corinthians. Do we begin again to commend ourselves? Or do we need, as some do, epistles of commendation to you, or from you? You are our epistle, written in our hearts, which is known and read by all men, being manifested, that you are the epistle of Christ, ministered by us, and written not with ink, but with the Spirit of the living God, not in tables of stone, but in the fleshly tables of the heart. And such confidence we have, through Christ, towards God. Not that we are sufficient to think anything of ourselves, as of ourselves, but our sufficiency is from God, who also hath made us fit ministers of the New Testament, not in the letter, but in the Spirit. For the letter killeth, but the Spirit quickeneth. Now if the ministration of death, engraven with letters upon stones, was glorious, so that the children of Israel could not steadfastly behold the face of Moses, for the glory of his countenance, which is made void, how shall not the ministration of the Spirit be rather in glory? Commemoration of Saints Marius, Martha, Audifax, and Abachum, martyrs. Marius was a Persian of high rank, who came to Rome in the reign of the Emperor Claudius, with his wife Martha, who was equally noble, and their 2 sons Audifax and Abachum, to pray at the graves of the martyrs. Here they comforted the Christians who were in prison, and whom they relieved by their ministrations and alms, and buried the bodies of the saints. For these acts they were all arrested, but no threats or terrors could move them to sacrifice to idols. They were accordingly mangled with clubs, and drawn with ropes, after which they were burnt by applying plates of red-hot metal to their bodies, and their flesh partly torn off with metal hooks. Lastly their hands were all cut off, and they were fastened together by the neck, in which state they were driven through the city to the 13th milestone on the Cornelian Way, a place now called Santa Nympha, where they were to die. Martha addressed a moving exhortation to her husband and sons to hold out bravely to the last, for the love of Jesus Christ, and was then herself drowned. The other 3 martyrs were next beheaded in the same sandpit. Their bodies were thrown into a fire. The Lady Felicity of Rome collected the half-burnt remains, and caused them to be buried at her own farm.